I'm at the middle school roof, and this is the roof which had the blow-off over the winter in this area, near the chimney, all the way up here, down, and right where you see the discoloration, the change in color. The change in color, I mean, if this was my property, my main concern would be this area in the center. This is what's called a butterfly roof. And it simply means there's a wing on this side that pitches this way, and there's a wing on this side that pitches this way. And that's designed to drain in the center here. Well, this center area is not faring well because of all the ponding water that's left here. This center area really needs a cricket design to help channel that ponding water directly to the drains to minimize the ponding. The rule on ponding is anything that does not evaporate after 48 hours at 70 degrees ambient is considered detrimental to the roof. So from what it looks like here, you've got a lot of ponding going on after 48 hours. And what that does is that submerges this roof membrane and just beats it up. I mean, it's not healthy for this to be underwater all the time. So this is something separate from what I was called out about, but I'm just mentioning this now so that you're aware of it. The service life of this roof is going to be shortened because of this central drainage problem. The wings are going to last quite a long time. You can see how much healthier they look, but the central area is going to fail prematurely. All right, the reason I came out here is to look at the spillover on this end down here. But while I'm up here, I want to look at this end. You can see that this also has a little jut out at the end. It's a similar size extension on each side for a doorway. And what's been done here in the past is bags of sand have been stacked in here to try and keep this water from migrating from this ponding area out to the end where it can spill over that very low profile metal edge. That metal edge has no rise on it at all. So water just spills right over here and down the other end. Now down the other end is a more frequented opening, doorway, and that's really the impetus of this visit, was to find out what could be done down here. If we look down here, you see you not only have the bags of sand, and these bags of sand have deteriorated so much that it now just looks like soil in here. So you can see some of the white from the bags. Not only were the bags of sand put in here, but you have some masonry lintels in here now to support as a dam. And that's really not the answer. There's a couple things we can do here. We can put higher profile metal edge right around, maybe 2 foot up each way till we get up into the rise of the roof, up in here somewhere, and all the way around the jut out. And that's one quick answer. A more permanent answer would be to incorporate that tapered insulation on these ends too, and that means putting a raised profile around the perimeter with wood nailers, and then the higher metal edge, and then tapered insulation in here that would pitch the water back this way towards the drain, which is about 14, 16 feet from this far end here. So there's a couple of ways we can do this. I'm going to brainstorm on a little bit, see what I can come up with, and get you something in writing. But aside from this nuisance problem with the water spilling over, your real problem here, which is going to be an expensive solution in the not too distant future, is going to be how do we save this the center area. If we get down and look at it, you see anytime you see these seams starting to act like this, you can see the seams are just coming apart here. This is part of the seam from this sheet to this sheet. This is where they connect, and all this stuff is coming apart here, and that's just because it's been saturated for so long, and all these areas are splitting now. Even this that's the end lap, side laps don't look any better. You can see these side laps, which are the lengthways of the 3-foot wide roll, are also coming apart. You can see pretty easily what the concern is. If this continues, all this breaking up continues, especially at the seams, this roof is going to fail in the gusset center here. And it's starting to feel a little spongy underfoot. As I walk it, I can tell that there's some problems here. Here's a good illustration. You can see this is up out of most of the ponding problem. But you can see how it starts to split here and here. This is an end lap where the sheets meet from end to end. But as it gets down into here, it really starts to get radically distressed. And again, it's just something to be aware of. Probably want to start developing a solution for that, because this upper section up in here, well, this we just did in the winter, but you can see how much better it's wearing because the water doesn't pond up here. The water just rolls right down into here as soon as it rains. And again, the way to resolve this is to have a diamond cricket in the middle. That means the point would be here. It would go all the way up here, up that way. Whoops, I'm not looking at the screen. Start here, go out this way, and then up to the other drain, and out this way, and down to this drain. And water that comes down would hit this diamond cricket and be channeled to each drain. That's really the best answer, and that's not a cheap solution, but that's in it in a nutshell.